Hey, what's going on, guys? I just got to New Orleans. I just landed, and I was on the plane, and I was watching a really good Netflix documentary that I think you should check out if you like this kind of stuff. It was called "Who Killed Jam Master Jay," and Jay obviously was iconic. You know, he's part of Run DMC. I never met Jay. I know Russell Simmons, but I never met any of the group members. I have a lot of respect for his work. And there were a few things that crossed my brain that I wanted to share with you in terms of things that I saw in the documentary that give us, reason for pause and things to think about, particularly as it pertains to money and economics, particularly money and black men. The number one thing that a brother needs to do growing up, if you're raising a young black man, is teach him how to make his money, because when I look at Jay's life, and I'm not saying Jay didn't know how to make money. I mean, he was one of the greatest DJs in the world. I saw a lot of financial stress and anxiety. Financial anxiety meaning that, as you know, Jay became famous. He went all throughout the world, made a big ton of money, and Run DMC was kicking ass everywhere. And he was taking care of a lot of people. He was a very generous man. He helped out a lot of folks, and I respect that. He kept himself. He always stayed grounded. It seemed at least that was the impression the documentary gave me, that he went back to the hood, built a studio, was helping people behind him to elevate to the status that he had. And the thing is, though, that comes with a lot of pressure. Because when you try to lift the whole family, lift the whole hood, lifting all your friends, stuff like that, and you get known as the man, then you get the expectations of the king. Jay was kind of one of the kings of queens, if you will, and I think that being the king puts pressure on you to be able to provide. King is expected to provide, and I saw a lot of just me putting on my finance professor hat, I saw a lot of signs of financial anxiety that they described with Jay, feeling that pressure to take care of other people, taking care of family, things like that. And then on top of that, even worse, there were some issues with the IRS. A lot of rappers have problems with the IRS. It happens all the time. When you get to where you're making money, try to get wealth managers and stuff to really monitor your financial situation. So, I mean, the IRS is so sinister, though. It's easy to get caught up in bad problems with that. I've seen good people, have trouble with that. But the IRS is always sort of lurking. I think that between the tax pressure and the family financial pressure, it seemed like that really got to Jay. Because I'm going to tell you from what I was watching, it seemed like there was a lot of insinuation that he'd gotten into, maybe connecting to dope dealers and kind of getting into deals that would let him flip his money. Right, so it's like gambling. You get in the hole, so you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna put it down, put it all on black, and try to flip it, and then I'm gonna get out of the hole. It's gonna be good again. And the thing is, I think that when Jay was getting involved in some of these situations financially, because there was lots of talk about drug deals going bad and stuff like that, which makes me sad, but didn't surprise me. It happens a lot. It doesn't make you a bad person. The white man's the biggest drug dealer in the world, so I'm not even indicting anybody who's gotten into that space, but it happens, right? Well, the thing is, it also brings an element of additional stress, because now you're dealing with people that that kill over their money, right? And again, money is always the common theme, right? The stress over money causes you to go deeper into games that you may not want to necessarily play. Next thing you know, you're dealing with people that are also feeling financial stress, so they're coming to kill over money. And it seemed like the money was somewhere in the background. There was also they laid out, almost like a little mystery. They laid out a lot of theories. Like they talked a little bit about the fact that Jay put 50 Cent, the rapper 50 Cent, on, who had a beef with a guy named Supreme Griff, I think is his name. They, some people believe it, some people don't. It is what it is. I mean, either way, the man's dead, but even that situation was again about money. Remember, even if it got to that point, or the stress was there, that stress came from the fact that Ja Rule from Murder Inc., which Supreme McGriff, I think that's his name, Supreme Griff. I don't want to get his name wrong, but the brother had that 50 Cent was beefing with. He had connections with Murder Inc. and Ja Rule. Well, Ja Rule was a brand, and brands make money. So 50 Cent was destroying Ja Rule's brand. 50 Cent, if you remember, you a wankster and you never pop nothing. That's taking millions of dollars out of your pocket. Because remember, at that time, Ja Rule was making crazy money for Murder Inc., making all them damn Ashanti songs over and over. They all sounded alike, but it was what it was. It was working. It was like Keanu Reeves movies, where they find one that works and they just make the same damn movie over and over again. So So that was another example of financial stress, and then you keep going down the list. There was even a conversation about the business partner and Jay having this life insurance and the business partner being accused of stealing from him. They kind of debunked that a little bit. But again, the whole consistent conversation, this is my point here, is that it was all about financial issues, financial stress, financial anxiety. Money controls people's lives. Money can improve your life remarkably, or it can destroy your life. And so one of the most important things for a black man to learn early, and if you got sons, you should teach them this, is how to do right by money, how to do well financially. When you don't show them that, bad things happen. I talked to a young brother in Chicago, who told me, he said, young guys need to hear some of the stuff that you teach, because when we don't know how to make money, we get into bad situations in order to make money. And actually, he said we do stupid shit to make money, but I'm not going to call it stupid, because I'm not calling them stupid. I would just say that it's about survival, right? So teach your sons to survive. This is no disrespect to Jam Master Jay or his legacy at all. I can understand why any good person can end up in a situation like that, but it's all about playing chess. A black man has to play chess because they're trying to exterminate you. The system's trying to kill you before you're born. So we have to know how to play chess, and you got to know who to let into your life, which responsibilities you should take on, how to make money in a multitude of ways, so that if one thing dries up, you got a million other things going on. It's a lot to it, and I think black men, if we were as good at financial stuff as we are at basketball and football and rapping and stuff like that, we could literally be the kings of the world. But we got to commit to that. That's really important. So that's what I picked up on this documentary. I took the time to share it with you guys because I thought maybe I could help somebody with it. And that's my advice. Learn how money works, where it comes from, how to keep it, who to let into your life, what types of partnerships to have, stuff like that, and always stay a student in the game. You never know everything. Even I don't know everything. I'm always learning new stuff. You got to keep learning. So anyway, I'm out. Hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to get started on the money game, you want to learn how to buy your first share of stock, I have a free training you can do. Don't cost you a penny. Just go sign up at blackmoney100.com. That's blackmoney100.com. I'll show you how to buy your first share of stock and get started. Then what I want you to do is buy a few shares of stock, every month, maybe $20 a stock a week, $100 a week, whatever you can afford, $50 a week, whatever it is, but just be consistent with it so you can build some wealth for yourself and for your kids. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Hit the thumbs up button. I'll see you soon. Peace.